Panties. White, black, pink, or lacy, stringy, or plain, sexy, cute, or both. They've been on my mind ever since I saw how good Akina looks in them. Though now I'm starting to wonder what she looks like without. Maybe a stiff breeze would help out with that. Akina is pretty fun to be around, panties or no. Supposedly yesterday was the first time she saw the city in years. But I wonder how long that really has been. Should I ask or just wait and see? I considered going to Itsumi's cafe for Akina's date, but I didn't want to have to turn her down for another shift. I suppose I can make it work if I divide my time evenly. That might make them both happy. Well, I should think about something else. For example, what to do right now. So I assume if I stay at home then Santa's gonna come. So I can't... Oh, yes, I can save actually. Can I save? I would like to overwrite my save. So if I stay at home, go out. Yeah, okay, so okay. If it didn't come, if she didn't come, I would have just reloaded that. Cookie. Who is that? Was it Santa? I hear the voice somewhere. Koji, help! It's coming from behind the window. Opening the curtain reveals her clinging desperately to the windowsill. Koji, let me in! Questions can happen later. I open the window to the chilling wind and pull her all over myself, apparently. I pull too hard and lose my balance. Her breasts wind up squeezing against my face. Koji, are you okay? My words don't come out except as muffled noises. What was that? I can't hear you. My hands fill to grasp her shoulders and push her up off of me. Sweet life-giving air floods in as I gasp for breath. Sorry about that. She jumps to her feet and I slowly stand up. So you knew where I live. But why didn't you just knock? I got nervous. I thought I was gonna get lost in the apartment complex. So I took the quickest route to your home. I suppose that's fair. She seems upset by the whole thing, so I should just drop it. Next time, call before you come. I'll show you the way. Thank you, Koji. I'm not going to ask how she managed to reach my window. After all that's happened, I've realized that applying logic to this week simply isn't going to work. I've managed to get in plenty of work, so I have some time off. So we can spend time together. She begins to look around my apartment. It's not very Christmassy around here. Well, I didn't buy any decorations. Why not? Because I thought that I was going to be alone for Christmas. Well, that's no longer the case. There's no way I can allow your apartment to be so barren, Koji. It's time for the Christmas spirit. She pulls out her wand and begins twirling it. Hold my hand for a moment, Koji. Huh? Your hand? She reaches out with one hand, with the other still twirling the candy cane. Yep, there's something I want you to see. My hand clasps with her own. Now close your eyes. This part is a secret. I guess I'll just roll with it. I completely forget how to do the Santa voice. No! How do I go back? Of course. Huh? What? Where are we? This is my workshop. Santa's workshop. But don't question it, Koji. Just don't question it. Right. Your workshop. Now then, let's make some decorations. My family taught me how to make them, so I think I'm pretty good at it. You mean there's an entire family of Santas? Yep. We look at different parts of the world. So is there a Santa with a big belly and a white beard? You're talking about Dad. You mean that Santa Claus is your dad? Yep. Would you like to meet him? Maybe he'll have Christmas after Christmas is over. This week gets stranger with every passing moment. I guess in a world this big it doesn't make sense. Even with magic, one person can only do so much. How big is your family, Santa? Let me think. Her face screws up with thoughtful expression. She even lightly bangs a candy cane on her skull. Sorry, I lost count. That's how many of you there are? Well, of course. Making toys for billions of children isn't that easy. What kind of virality does Father Claus possess? And what about Mrs. Claus? Even knowing magic is involved somehow, I can hardly believe it. Still, I have to admit I'm curious about the Claus family. Anyway, since we have this much time, I can make some quality decorations. She turns to the workbench as she speaks. Then her hands speed up to a blur as she grabs various things and starts putting them together. Done. She bounces back to me, Christmas lights almost spilling out of her arms. Let's go back and decorate your apartment. There's no way I'm gonna let you have these holidays blues. Thank you, but how do we get back? It's easy. Just close your eyes again. Okay, let's do this. 1, 2, 3. A sharp clap is audible next to me. Open them. Yep, back safe and sound. Open your eyes. Huh? She finally turns around to notice where she is. Is this the lingerie store? It seems so. I'm so sorry, Koji. This doesn't usually happen. Are you there? Or are you sure? Well, maybe sometimes. She's awfully clumsy and absent-minded. I bet this kind of thing happens all the time. Close your eyes again. Maybe I'll actually be back at my apartment this time. 1, 2, 3. Another clapping sound echoes through the air again. Finally, we made it back, safe and sound. Hey Santa, looks like it worked this time. Wait, where is she? I look around, but Santa's nowhere to be found. Santa, where'd you go? Then I nearly trip over a bump on the floor. Santa sprawled out on the floor in my apartment, completely dazed. Her lovingly crafted Christmas decorations are scattered everywhere, covering her. Help! I can't move. Help me, Koji. She writhes and within the wires and ornaments, but she's stuck. If anything, she only gets herself more entangled. To make matters worse, her skirt's been flipped up. Don't look under my skirt! My panties! This is the second time you've seen them. A sniffle escapes from her. Look, don't worry about your panties, okay? Just relax. Everything's going to be fine. That's definitely something I never expected to say. Now there's a cute girl stretched out on my apartment floor. She's actually quite pretty with a bit of, you know, in the right places. I really should let myself get distracted. The first thing to do is try to free her from the mess. As I look from the mountain of Christmas decorations, I begin to despair. I don't have any idea how I'm going to manage it, but I'll try. Hold still, okay? I'm gonna get you out of this mess. Okay. I tug at a bit of tinsel, but she lets out a sharp cry. That's pulling on something. It seems to be wrapped around her chest, but every time I pull it, it squeezes. It's not that the view isn't nice, but she seems really upset. I'm gonna need to reach around. I start to pull on it again, this time taking it slow. She only lets out a small sniffle this time. Success. Great success. It's free. Now I need to get the Christmas lights, except they are wrapped over her thighs until they... Oh, it's gonna be a problem. A massive problem. Be gentle, Koji, please. This is the first time. I'm not just a high schooler anymore, but there are still some places that are... How do I put this without... who am I kidding? There's no way. I have to do it. After one of the greatest struggles in my life, Santa's free from the decorations. She sniffles again. Why am I so clumsy? Everything's going wrong, wrong, wrong. Hey, everything's fine. I'm happy that you visited me, Santa. Thank you, Koji. You reminded me of my dad a little. He's such a gentleman. I don't doubt it. I'm not sure if I can measure up to an actual legend. Now then, let's decorate. Of course. After a short while, we cover the room with lights for the most important decoration. It's not Christmas without the Christmas tree, is it? Not at all. Before I know it, it goes up in the corner. Come on then, we have to get it ready. Her merriment is infectious. Sure, I'd love to. From the massive box of decorations she brought, we pull out all kinds. Both of us reach for the same branch, our fingers brush against one another. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. She's getting really worked up over it. What a shy girl. After a while, the tree's done. We did it! Doesn't it look lovely? Absolutely. For a moment we stand together and admire our handiwork. It feels warmer in here now. Do you think so? Yes, and I could tell how gloomy it was. There wasn't any Christmas cheer in here at all. But now there's plenty of it. She sheepishly fidgets in place. Sorry about today. By the way, I was nervous because this was the first time I'd shown anyone my workshop. Really? I'm the first person to see it? Yes. That's actually really special, isn't it? Most people don't see Santa in their entire lives, yet I got invited to her workshop. If I didn't know better. Why me, exactly? Well, I think that you're special, Koji. And after you helped me so much, I wanted to do something nice for you too. There's something there at least. Well, thank you, Santa. And thank you for the decorations. You're welcome. If you're lacking in the Christmas spirit, I won't be far away. She glances at the clock. Oh, I've still got more toys to make before the big day. I'll come back another day. Thank you for letting me in, Koji. You're welcome. Just remember to use the door next time. Okay. She begins to climb. Hey, no. Use the door, not the window. But I might get lost. Stop it. Excellent writing in that part. These ornaments, they're truly beautiful. Her craftsmanship is otherworldly. A light knock taps on my door. Hey, Koji. Santa, didn't you have to leave? Please don't get mad, but I forgot something. What did you forget? It's here somewhere. She manages to trip on something. Oh no. Only to fall face first into my chest. For a moment she remains still, bracing herself against me. Then her face explodes into bright red. Sorry, Koji. Why am I so clumsy around you? Don't worry about it. What did you lose? There was a toy I made. I must have left it in your apartment. It was for someone special. Someone special? Yes. Every good boy and girl is special to me. I need to make sure that every present I make gets into the right hands. So what does it look like? It's a little wooden train. It took extra care to make sure all the moving parts inside it worked. How advanced is this technology? How advanced is the technology of this wooden train? For all intents and purposes, it can function exactly like a real train. That's attention to detail for you. So, where do you think you left it? I don't know. She quickly glances around the apartment. It can't be far away. We found your candy cane, right? We should be able to find a wooden train just as easy. Yeah, of course. But your apartment's really big. It's tiny. Don't overthink it, okay? Right. Have you tried looking under the couch? No, it might be there. Immediately Santa bends over to peek underneath the couch, her skirt riding up on her behind. She's so innocent. She doesn't even think about the implications of what she's doing. Are you there? Are you sure, Koji? I don't see anything. I see something. I've got a very good view. Very good view of what? Oh, nothing. I shouldn't exploit her innocence. Oh, I see where it is. She reaches underneath the couch. Got it. She tries to pull it out. Oh no. What? Did something happen to the train? No. She wiggles all over the place, but her arms still don't move from under my couch. I'm stuck. Her backside wiggles to the side as she tries to free herself, the hem of her skirt bouncing higher. Help, Koji, help. As much as I enjoy the view, I better do something about this. Alright, hold still. I end up lifting up the couch in order for her to free herself. I must be the unluckiest Claus. Things like this happen all the time, and it's just not fair. Hey, don't worry about it. Then I see the prize she's holding, a beautifully crafted wooden train. Wow. What is it? That train. I never thought that wood could be used to make something so detailed and intricate. Oh? It's amazing. I've never seen anything made with such skill. Oh. Oh. She starts to scuff her foot on the floor. I don't get compliments for my work very often. That's because you're Santa. You can't be that clumsy because you make such beautiful things with your hands. She's blushing like crazy now. Thank you, Koji. You're so nice. Anyway, I found the train, so I should get back to my workshop. You're welcome. If you have a problem, just tell me. Okay. See you later, Koji. Until next time, Santa. With a blink, she's out of sight. And out of mind, because guess what? Uh-oh. It's not every day that you have a girl with no clothes on your floor. Even less often than you're talking about magical teleportation. Anyway, it sure has only happened once in my lifetime. But still, Santa has a great figure. I mean, it's even more when there's nothing in the way of the view. Only a couple Christmas decorations wrapped around her chest isn't much different from her usual outfit, though. Why does she barely wear anything at all? How likely is it that a girl that innocent would choose such shameless clothes? Maybe someone else picked her outfit for her? If so, it would have to be someone in the Claus family. And Akina has such a great figure too. Who knew foxes had such magnificent chests? Though that's not what I was looking for the other day. Those panties were a perfect frame for her thighs. I bet her behind looks lovely too. Itsumi has a great figure too. How does a girl that flat get such big boobs? Was she just a late bloomer? People kept confusing her for a boy in middle school, but I doubt anyone would think that now. The world sure does change, and as much as I'd love to think all day, I should probably do something productive. Not that thinking isn't, but I have better things to do. And today's already seems like a great day. I guess it's time to work again. Although I'm not exactly looking forward to it. Still, it would be nice to see Itsumi again. This time Itsumi's already dressed up. She looks ready for the day. Oh, Koji. Good to see you again. Good to see you too, Itsumi. That's an interesting outfit you've got on there. A Santa outfit. A very flattering one at that. I don't have to say what you're thinking, do I? Not at all. You really aren't any different from back then. You were the biggest pervert in the school. Those were just misunderstandings. Yeah, misunderstandings. That's what you call them. Anyway, today's gonna be another busy day, but the customers won't be here for a while yet. She sits down at one of the tables. Is it really okay for you to do this? I mean, even if there aren't any customers yet? It's fine, Koji. I want to talk to you. I take a seat opposite to her. Her eyes stay on mine the entire time. It's funny that we've come together again. We couldn't be separated back in the day, could we? Nope. We'd always go off on adventures together. Not just in middle school either. My entire life up to that point had been spent with her. Such a surreal thought when I think about it. Bonds don't quite fade. You might forget what someone looks like, or not remember their name, but when you meet them again it all comes back to you. Yeah. So much time spent apart. Yet, we went to different after we went to different schools, I never found another friend like you, Koji. Did you ever meet anyone? I met a few people. No one I remember after I left high school, though. I see. I'll admit, you aren't as bashful as you used to be. We've all got to grow up eventually, right? Yes, but completely abandoning my sense of shame isn't... sense of shame you have isn't very mature. I'm not exactly sure how to feel about this coming from her. She did admit to me that she's using those sexy outfits to bring in customers. Then again, if I were a girl, that's exactly what I would do too. Guys fall easily for a nice pair of breasts, no matter who they are. Yeah, I'd like to go so far as to say breasts have conquered entire empires. I can't stop thinking about dirty things now. There's nothing wrong with thinking about breasts. She leans across the table, then flashing a glimpse down at the festively adorned cleavage. Really? Of course not. Of course, I'm the one looking down her dress. If you think nothing about breasts, it could be if you think about nothing but breasts, it could be a problem. Maybe. Only if I spent all my time thinking about breasts. There's nothing wrong with setting some time aside to thinking about them. Pervert. She looks back at me in her chair, taking a moment to adjust the front of her dress. Alright, I'll stop then. I honestly don't mind. It's strange how comfortable you are with these things, Itsumi. I'm older too, you know. We never came to terms with these things. If we never came to terms with these things, we'd never be functioning adults. That's true, more or less. I wonder what it's like for guys who keep getting embarrassed by these things no matter how old they are. Man, that would be hell. Koji, I've missed you. I kind of forget about our friendship after all these years, but now that you're here... Her expression turns shy and sheepish for a moment. I've realized how much I miss talking with you like this. Tsumi, I never really realized it either. It's true. Just talking with Itsumi is enough to put me at ease. I can't help but think about all the time we've lost. If only I stayed there and went to high school with you. Neither of us would have to be alone then. Hey, there's no point on dwelling on what ifs, right? I'm just happy I got another chance to talk with you. Right. That's true. Still, I would have liked more time with just us talking like this. It feels like the time I could have spent with you is unfairly taken from me. You had to leave because of your dad's work, right? Yeah, he had to move to another town to keep his job. What choice did I have? She let out a deep sigh. It's just nice to think about how things could have worked out differently. I can hear the longing in her voice. Hey, I'm here now. I'm not going anywhere, Itsumi. We'll make up for lost time, I promise. Do you really promise? The Koji I knew would never break his promises. Of course I promise. I promise to stay here and help too. So when you're not so busy, we'll do heaps of fun things together, just like old times. Alright. Fun things. I remember some of your favorite fun things. Remember when you tried to get someone to buy you an adult magazine? Ouch. Yeah. I wanted to do the right thing and pay for one instead of stealing it. Of course he still didn't buy it for you. Pervert. I was just curious. No need to label me anything. If you aren't a pervert, why did you look at my chest? You did that on purpose. Am I supposed to ignore an open invitation? Well, it's not like I have a problem with you looking. Anyway, Koji, we still have plenty of work we need to do before the customers arrive. She gets off her seat. I can see that her dress has started to ride up on her back. Hey, Tsumi, might want to pull the back of your dress down. She looks behind herself, seeing the exposed edge of her panties. Figures you'd notice something like that. Tsumi wasn't joking about today. I'm more stressed than I've ever been. It's even worse than yesterday. All I'm doing is collecting dirty dishes and washing them too. How did she cope with this before? This is just insane. I'm stacking plates as high as I can. But there's always more. There's always more glasses, there's always more everything. Yet the entire time one person stands out among the horde of customers. Yes, sir. I'll have your iced coffee shortly. Please be patient. Oh, you want an iced chocolate for your daughter? No problem. Her cool personality keeps a level head, no matter the vast sea of customers. It's almost mesmerizing to see her soothe the crowd as she passes by. No matter how angry the customers are from not getting their orders in a timely fashion, she's able to calm them down with only a few words. Please be patient, sir. You'll have your drink shortly. Your food will be ready soon. When faced with cool personality, the customers seem to be calm as she is. How are you coping with the dishes, Koji? I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I'm not fine, but I have to keep going. I said I would help out, and this is exactly what I'm gonna do. You're doing so well, Koji. Keep it up. Don't worry. I will. Itsumi already has another tray of drinks out. How does she do this? Well, she does have several years of experience. Still, she's amazing. She used to be really clumsy, so for as long as I knew her. But now she seems almost to have a cat-like grace. Then I see the ground is slippery. Wait, Itsumi! It's too late. She loses her balance instantly. The drinks on her tray spill. They completely coat the front of her chest. Thick, sticky fluid spray everywhere. All over her face, her arms, her breasts. Her eyes go wide, shocked. She tries to wipe off her chest, but that only spreads it around more. Whatever was in those cups, it forms as thick, sticky, syrupy strands between her fingers. That's not good. Must be working too hard. That's when I notice the drinks are soaking through the front of her dress. She isn't wearing a bra underneath that outfit. I try to tear my eyes away, but there's something bewitching about it. I'm sure every single guy in the cafe is thinking the exact same thing. Breasts truly do conquer empires. I can almost hear them cheering as she passes by. I have to help her. As much as I enjoy the view, I should do something to help her. She doesn't seem embarrassed in the slightest. I'm sorry, sir, I'll go get your drinks again. It'll only take a moment. She picks up her tray and carries it on as if nothing happened, but her dress remains soaked and see-through. The sugar from the drinks is growing sticky on her skin too, making it look even more... Itsumi? Don't worry, they appear to be pleased by this. Yeah, I'm gonna worry. She pauses to look at me. It's only a few spilled drinks, Koji. You know that's not what I'm talking about. I look down, able to see the peak of her mountains. Would you like me to show them to you? No. Oh, you don't like my boobs? It's not that I don't like them. Look, just get cleaned up and I'll take over in the meantime. Are you sure you want to do that? I look behind her at the roaring crowd. My instincts are screaming at me to run away. The crowd will eat me alive, I'm sure. For Itsumi's sake, I'll face it. Yeah, I'll do it. Just go clean yourself up, okay? As you wish, Koji. I probably just signed my death warrant, but if it's for Itsumi, that's okay. After one terrible day, we finally leave work late in the evening. It's dark when we step out of the cafe. You did well, Koji. Also, thank you for giving me a chance to clean up. Don't worry about it. I barely had enough time to catch my breath thinking about all this. I didn't have a problem with it, though. How do I tell her? I didn't like the idea of those guys perving on you. It just didn't seem right. It may sound silly, since I obviously share the same feelings. Still, I don't like them looking at my childhood friend that way. With Itsumi and me, I can make jokes about it. I see. That actually makes me happy, Koji. You still do care about me after all these years. Why wouldn't I care about you? I was worried you were just being polite, but it seems you really do care. She's uncertain too. I guess it has been a long time. Of course I care about you. Why wouldn't I, Itsumi? Feelings can change over time. That's just how life is. She scuffs her shoes on the sidewalk. I'd like to walk with you for a bit, Koji. If that's okay. Of course it is. I'm really tired after today, but spending time with Itsumi makes me feel better. Lead the way then, Koji. After work, Itsumi decides to walk home with me. Somehow she doesn't look the least bit tired. Koji, what you did today was really sweet, but I'm curious. Why? I know you're just using your looks to get more customers, but there are limits, you know. I don't think they should just get a show like that. But you saw my boobs earlier. Why are you suddenly so bashful about it? Isn't it different if it's me looking at you rather than a stranger? How so? Is there some reason you don't want people to look at me? She's really tearing into me. What guy wouldn't feel weird if their friend was exposed in front of everyone? I see. Oh. Well, thank you. But you didn't need to worry about me, Koji. After all, I took this job so I could be independent. Independence isn't all that what it's cracked up to isn't all that it's cracked up to me. Maybe not, but I think it's important to try to prove myself. I was just thinking about nostalgia. What do you mean? When people look at the past, they think it was better than today. Imagine the world as having been in some kind of bygone golden age. But how does someone get so attached to a world so ordinary?
Feelings aren't rational, they're just what they are. A clam furls a pearl from the grit in its mouth. A small feeling builds from the layers of memories over itself, eventually shapes something beautiful. People aren't rational, they're emotional. So even when you look at the tiniest current of feeling, it has the potential to build into a roaring wave. That's what I think, at least.
Yeah, I think that's right. It's true, even something as simple as an old photo of an ordinary day, the feelings around it can grow and build on each other. Eventually, even a seemingly tiny, insignificant thing becomes incredibly precious.
Why did you ask about something like that?
I was just thinking back to Christmas days we spent together. Even if it's something ordinary and simple, it means a lot.
Yeah, it really does. Now we're sitting here years later thinking back on it. Part of growing up into old farts. Being nostalgic for the past even when nothing important happened. Emotion makes the normal into the extraordinary. That's just how it is.
If she thinks about it like that, is that also how she thinks about me? Thinking of myself as a gritty seed for an nacreous pearl? Nacreous? Nacreous? I've never seen that word. Pearl is odd. But it's an excellent metaphor.
But I need to go. Talk to you when I see you, Koji.
Goodbye, Itsumi. So, if her feelings are like grit, how much has she wrapped around them for all these years? No. Actually, yes.